Hello, everyone, and welcome back to This Week in Solar. I'm your host, Aaron Nichols, the Research and Policy Specialist here at Exact Solar in Newtown, Pennsylvania. And today we have a very special guest. This is someone that I met at the Mid-Atlantic Solar and Storage Industries Association conference a few months ago, and he's also a homeowner who went solar with Exact Solar. So please welcome Thomas Crookham to the show, everybody.
Hey, thanks for having me, Aaron.
Yeah, of course. I let's just launch right into it. I'm really curious, what motivated you to go solar this year, and why did you choose Exact Solar as your installer?
Sure. I've been wanting to go solar probably since heard about PVs when I was like 10, when I was reading about it in science magazines before pre-internet, of course. So
Right.
I've wanted solar panels for a long time. This year, we finally saved up for it. And the IRA was in place, and we had just finished our addition. We didn't have the roof. Our roof was too pitched and not quite right for for solar panels because we had a 120-year-old home. But on the addition, the roof is perfect. So uh, everything just sort of aligned in that regard. And why Exact Solar? I did some research. I checked in with different nonprofit organizations. Gosh, I'm blanking on the organization right now. The one the Solarize Philly. It's Solarize
Oh,
Philly.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Solarize Philly. I gave a couple recommendations, and I got a few contacts, got some quotes, and the reason I chose Exact Solar, Exact Solar was competitively priced. I don't think was the cheapest, wasn't the most expensive, but the service and answering all my questions was definitely far and above everyone else. I felt bad for Dave. I asked way too many questions. I went in and drilled down on the details, and he was super patient and answered everything. So it was great.
That's wonderful, man. Yeah, we get quite a few of those reviews. Someone just commented on the episode we put out yesterday that was something very similar to that effect. It was like, you guys weren't the cheapest price, but you guys just had the best service and answered all my questions. And so when it came time to put solar on my second property, I just called you guys and didn't even look at anybody else. I mean, I just
Yeah,
love hearing stuff like that, man.
that's
And
awesome. Yeah, it wasn't,
yeah.
and it's not like Exact Solar was way more expensive either. Everybody very competitive. Just it was the head and shoulders of service head and shoulders above on the service. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I I heard a quote by that financial guru Dave Ramsey that I had loved and
Mm.
have been repeating, and he said, "If you do what you're going to do on the timeline you say you're going to do it, you won't be able to beat people off with a stick. Like you won't be
Yeah.
able to keep people from coming to you, and that's something that we've just like ingrained in our philosophy, and it's been amazing to see just like how positive people's experiences have been, and then how they refer more people who have more positive experiences, and just like overwhelmingly wonderful people come to us.
There was a uh, uh I just yeah I don't know why anyone wouldn't do this if they can afford it and they have the roof for it. I just got my most recent Pico had it. I got my system turned on, I think, in March or April. And there was some sort of an issue with Pico, not Exact Solar's issue, and they weren't billing me properly. They weren't billing me at all, actually. I wasn't getting any bills.
Oh,
So I was like, and I called them because I was curious. I wanted to see what was going on. But anyway, once the new meter went in, there were some issues, and it finally got corrected. And I finally got bills as of a couple days ago. And it's just amazing to see how little I'm paying now. So it's great.
yeah. Are you comfortable talking about the difference?
Yeah, it's I don't you're reporting me, so I guess you're quoting me. But these numbers are not these numbers. I was going to say don't quote me, but these numbers are not exact. But they're at least 65 to 80% depending on the month
Wow,
reduction in bill. Yeah,
that's
so.
amazing. Yeah,
And
that's
that was about it was more than slightly more than expected. But within I was never projecting to do 100% just because of the size of the roof and the positioning. It's not the most optimal position, not bad, but it's not most optimal. In terms of it's not south facing, for example. So, but yeah, it's great
yeah.
savings. It's awesome.
Oh man, that's everybody's favorite part when I reconnect with people who have gone solar. They're just like, I used to get so mad every year. I was like, another rate increase. And then now I'm just like, it doesn't even apply to me anymore. I don't even care.
I know. And
Yeah.
my family gets annoyed at me because I'll just be on the app and I'll say, "Hey guys, you know what I'm guess what I'm doing right now? You know what I'm doing?" And I'll be like, "I'm generating electricity," because they get so annoyed with me. But
Oh man, how
I'm a
old are
nerd
your
that way.
kids?
11 or 13 and 11. So
Oh
yeah.
wow. Yeah, so they're right at the age where like whatever you do isn't cool.
They're not quite there yet. They still like
Okay.
me, but they're getting
Oh.
close. Yeah.
Well, I mean, thank you for passing that education on to the next generation, man. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And okay, so during the project, you mentioned that our team was very communicative, answered all your questions. I mean,
Sure.
how did how did the experience go? Were there any hitches? How did we exceed your expectations?
In terms of the actual install, I'm trying to think. I don't. No news is good news, right? It was completely seamless, really. It took place within the number of a day and a half or whatever was expected. Was not disruptive, really. There was an issue with the system not the inverter not getting online, but it was just a quick callback, and they had to, I don't know, flip something, do something, calibrate something, and
Yeah.
it was on, so no big deal. Yeah. And even Pico was, except for the bill thing, like got their part done within a few weeks. So I think 3 weeks after the install, I was able to turn everything on, and Exact Solar was super um just organized. Like, here's what's going to happen next, and here's why, and here, you know what I mean? It was just all like a step by step. So
So all that being said, if someone comes to you and says, "Should I do this?" What are you going to say to
heck yeah, as fast as
them?
possible.
Amazing. All right. That is so good to hear, man.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right. Well, I've been I've been ending every show with this fun little moonshot question, and you're a clean energy enthusiast, so I think I'll go
yeah.
ahead and
Sure,
ask you
sure.
as well. So this comes from last month, or I guess 2 months ago now, speaking at my grandma's 80th birthday party. And when I was sitting down to create a LinkedIn post about it afterwards, I realized that she was born into a world where renewable energy did not exist. She was
Mm,
born, I think, 10 years after the Rural Electrification Act in 1935.
mm.
She was
Sure,
born in
sure.
1945. The first electricity producing PV cell was invented in 1954.
Okay,
Jimmy Carter put solar panels on the White House in 1979. So
right.
within her lifetime, we've gone from only being able to burn fossil fuel for electricity to inventing renewable energy to it getting more efficient. So just as a super fun moonshot question, don't worry, no one can hold us to this because 80 years from now we'll both be gone. What do you think clean energy looks like in 80 years?
Oh, 80 years. My gosh. Honestly, like, I think technologically, we've got a lot of what we already need technologically. So I think our biggest next hurdles are just getting human beings to do what they need to do type of
Right.
challenges, right?
Yeah.
So what does it look like? I, I think we'll be at darn near, actually, I think we will be at 100%
Mm.
renewable, because anything that's hard to decarbonize, like jet fuel and things like that, will be produced from a renewable energy source and synthesized or whatever, if need be, if we don't have although I'm hearing about solar plane. Were you the one, was it on This Week in Solar? Did you talk about solar planes last week? I can't remember.
Solar what?
uh so a solar airplane.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. That
Yeah,
those
yeah, yeah.
those can't carry a big cargo load yet. But
No,
yeah, I mean, we
yeah,
might
I
be
know,
there. Who
but
knows?
still, like, who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll be there. But even if not, I think we'll be at 100%. And I think geothermal, maybe we might even have fusion by then. I'm not sure.
Mm,
Yeah,
that
I
would
know
be super cool.
that may not be what you're looking for, but
Yeah.
the fusion would be clean and renewable if we can get there.
The one
So.
I'm the one I'm hoping for because it just sounds so cool to me is just solar paint. You just put paint on all the houses and it
Um,
generates electricity. I mean,
yeah. I think we'll have solar on every roof possible, and it's weird. Like I'm seeing things now for solar on balconies and solar fences.
yeah,
Because yeah, maybe it's not the right exact pitch, but you're still getting a ton of generation if you put it up as a fence. So like, I think we'll have solar everywhere. Yeah. So,
yeah. I would love to have a solar fence. That'd be awesome. I don't think my neighbors would like it, but who cares?
well, just got to design something that looks cool, and then we be all right. So.
Absolutely. Well, Thomas, thank you so much for coming on today. If anyone has any questions about going solar or wants to just find you and connect with you, where can they go?
You're happy to send them if they can send you can send my email, I guess. I don't know if you want to put it on the podcast or if
Okay.
they contact you, you're welcome to have them to get them in touch with me. I'm happy to talk to anyone. So
Perfect. Yeah, we'll keep me as the barrier between you. But thank you very much for
so
coming on today, man. It's a pleasure talking to you, and it was so nice meeting you in person at the conference.
likewise, let's stay in touch.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, folks. That's This Week in Solar.